Good morning. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I hope you're doing well. I am boogers today, man. My allergies are out of control, so I apologize if I'm disgusting, but happy fucking faded Friday. Glut, the fact that you got Limp Biscuit stuck in your head, like what year is it? I get Limp Biscuit songs. I get Limp Biscuit songs stuck in my head all the time. This is no shade. I was a huge fan back in the day. And there are some songs that I get stuck in my head by Limp Bizkit, and I don't know why. I get them stuck in my head for days at a time. Like, some days you just don't wanna wake up. That one, all the time. Yeah. Rollin', 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 dude, all the time. Those songs are just, like, quintessential to our age, I feel like. Good morning, I hope you're doing well. Good morning. I almost said specimen. Good morning, reasonable. Ever wonder what tigers sound like? Dude, can't they not purr? Isn't that a thing? Hold on, I'm moving these links over. I'm pretty sure I learned that, like, if if a big cat can roar, it can't purr, right? It's something so weird like that. Like, that Limp Bizkit song just autoplayed in silent. That's nice. They chuff and moo, right? It's so weird. I learned about that. I had a part bobcat cat as a kid. It's a really long, weird, convoluted story. Long story short, my mom used to do home care for respiratory in Eastern Washington. And if you've never been to Eastern Washington, I mean, imagine the most hillbilly of hillbillies you can possibly imagine, and it's times 10. Like the stories my mom would come home with and tell me about these people she went, like people that live in trailers with ducks and pigs and shit like that. But she went to someone's house one time and they're like, "We found a kitten in the woods. It's in a box. Do you want it?" And my mom was like, what are you gonna do with it?" And they were like, "Leave it in the box." So she brought it home to me. And it was like this big. It was way too small. Like I had to stimulate its anal glands. I'm not even kidding. I was in middle school. It was so weird. But this cat ended up being part bobcat and it grew really big, but it wouldn't meow. Of course, his name was Satan. Yeah, I know. I've always been this way. His name was Satan. But it didn't meow, it chittered. This cat was so weird. It would sit on our barbecue on our deck and look at us through the windows and go like these chattering things. And it was so weird. It never meowed. I never heard that cat meow. It would chatter. And I looked it up and learned about these big cat things. I think cheetahs are the only big cats that purr. I think so too. I didn't even realize it was them until I looked it up. Don't you love that? Are those hunting sounds really the chittering? I've seen like videos of cats doing it out a window at things. But yeah, she was a weird cat. She'd swim. We lived on a lake. She'd swim in the lake. She came when you called like a dog. It was weird. She was a weird cat, but she was cool. Apparently there's a species of cat, or not a species of cat, like a breed of cat, I guess you can get called a pixie bob, but it's not actually part bobcat. This one was part bobcat. Like it was weird. It was a weird cat. My cat used to do that at birds outside the window. What the fuck? Yes, meows are oh my god, Zach showed me wait, is it in my Discord? Zach showed me the I think we've actually watched it on stream before this video. Hold on. So this video, he literally just sent this to me a couple days ago. It's so weird this on topic. But I knew that cats like I've read this, who knows anything. I read that cats meow to communicate with humans. Like they don't meow at each other. It's all just to communicate with kittens, siblings and humans, which is so weird. So, Zach sent me this video. This is a really short video on Twitter, but it's a cat that's owner is deaf. And so the cat has evolved how to communicate with its owner without meowing. It's so like just watch this real quick. It's real quick video, but it's fascinating to me. I think shit like this is so cool. And it's totally on topic. Hold on. There's no sound because obviously it's Bill Paxton in a music video? That was great. I have a funny story about Limp Bizkit that you reminded me of just by playing Limp Bizkit. When I don't know how old, what year did that come out? Actually, we can figure it out. Hold on. 2000? That album came out in 2000? What? No. That okay, so the album, Limp Bizkit's album, Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water, I kid you not, came out almost exactly 23 years ago, October 17th. Gross. Gross. I hate this. I remember getting that album. I don't know how I got a hold of it because I didn't have money. I was too young to have money. But I know I got a hold of the album and I was at my grandparents' house with with this CD for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. And my grandpa picks the CD up off the table and looks at it and looks at me and goes, "Do you know what a chocolate starfish is?" And I was like, "Chocolate in the shape of a starfish?" And he was like, "Okay." It was, he totally did. My grandparents were wild, dude. They totally knew what the fuck was up, but I had to fake like I had no idea. There are shut the fuck up, Glad. I hate you so much. There are people born after that album that can legally drink. We're all gonna die together. Dude, the early 2000s was a shitty time for, like, 99.9% of things, but music was pretty dank. I was actually just listening to, Kylie Minogue's new album just dropped recently, and I've been listening to it a lot, and it reminds me so much of just, like, that kind of, the pop from, like, the early 2000s that just has, like, this nice heartbeat to it in the background. Her whole album, Kylie Minogue is so fucking underrated. She's amazing. The album is amazing. It reminds me of, like, a good old Britney Spears or something like that. Like, it's just fucking sick. Why does he? Dude, my grandparents were my nana, I mean, migrants. My nana, like, my grandpa died, I think, like, 12 years before my grandma, something like that, and she would tell stories about my grandpa, but the stories would just be, like, casually looking at you and saying, "Your grandfather was a stallion." "What? What do you girls want for dinner?" And you'd just be like, "Oh my god," or she'd say things like, your grandpa didn't like to search in the sheets for his woman, which was her way of saying that's why she was thick and it was okay. She would make comments like this. I shit you not. There was one time my dog, my perfect princess Millie, who passed away a few years ago, my little pug. My pug loved my nana because my nana lived in like a recliner, like this like motorized recliner, and she would eat in it, and crumbs would fall all over the place, and my dog would just like hoover up the crumbs. And my dog was like sitting between my nana's legs, watching TV with her, eating crumbs. And my nana just turns to me, and I'm sitting on the couch, and it's just us. She turns to me and just says, out of fuck nowhere, Millie, what did she? Wait, Millie likes my pussy. And then just turns back to the TV, and the conversation did not continue, and to this day, I don't know if my family believes me this even happened because no one else was there. Like, she would just drop these bombs, and she wasn't crazy. She was 100% lucid. Oh, yeah. Like, she would just say the most fucked up shit sometimes. I can't even remember it all because half of it happened when no one else was there, so no one believes me. She would fuck with us all the time. She was a fucking ass. I loved her. We're all gonna die in our Skyrim 5000 VR experience in the nursing home. Truth. I'm in Trim jail. I'm actually really excited to trim my plants on stream with you guys when they're ready. Is that weird? What? So apparently since or in 2016, they now have recursive pug breeds with normal snouts. Good. You know, that's why I kind of like Millie came from a puppy mill that was busted. So like I had gone to a shelter and was like, I would like to adopt a dog, but I need a small dog because I live in an apartment, so on and so forth. And they were like, we don't have any small dogs, but we'll contact you if we do. And they busted this puppy mill that like specialized in abusing bully breeds. So like Boston Terriers, French Bulldogs, Pugs, etc. And Millie, my little perfect princess, when I got her, her tail was straight and she had no idea how to be pet. She would like dodge your hand because she was put separate from all the other puppies because she didn't have that wrinkle. But because she didn't have that wrinkle, she lived 13 healthy years and I never ever had a problem with her breathing ever. She never ever had an issue breathing. Her entire existence, she was great. Like literally I never had to take her to the vet other than shots and everything her entire life. She was so healthy. But because of that, she wasn't deemed like worth $800 or something to this stupid puppy mill. Because allegedly you need like that fucking nose fold, whatever. But that quite seriously caves in their nasal passage and then they fucking can't breathe. It's terrible. Your grandpa was a stallion, sorry, but I don't think reproduction works like that, dude. Can you imagine? Good morning, Silver. How are you, love? Some Resident Evil shit, you have no idea. My nana was wild. She just like didn't give a fuck. Adding to the conversation, I think if the radio station didn't play the same damn popular songs and played some of the music artists' other music, I don't think it would be that bad. I agree. Like, why does there have to be this one single that they just beat us to death with? I agree with you 100%. And what kills me is a lot of the time, I like almost every other song on the album more than the single they play. Not because it's overplayed. I'm just like, the single's okay, but it's very generic or palatable or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Photographed by Nickel, that back is a damn meme. I think that's the reason. Everybody, I mean, for a while, I truly just thought everybody hated Nickelback's music. And I was like, I don't understand. There's nothing offensive about their music. It's quite generic. It sounds like everything else you listen to. Like, I don't get it. I think it's that. And people just turned that into like, oh, they suck. My grandma was a fucking freak, 100%. Yeah. I often wonder what kind of shit my grandma would if she was around for us to get older. Man, I wish my nana was around today. Like, she passed away right when iPhones started coming out, and watching her face try to use a touchscreen was pretty amazing to watch. Like, I truly think she probably would have had more spirit in her having access to the internet and just being able to like peruse because she loved to read and she loved to learn. But towards the end of her life, she just like watched game shows like 24/7 and melted in a chair. Fuck puppy mills. Agreed. Those people deserve to go to jail forever. Show dog breeds with massive health problems are sad. It's disgusting. I mean, most purebreds, like, were purebred into a ridiculously unhealthy state. Like, any of the ones with the wrinkle. Like, even boxers. I think boxers sometimes have problems because people breed them to have that stupid wrinkle on their face. Good morning, Magnissimo. How are you, love? That has to do with licensing, unfortunately. Oh, really? No one hates Nickelback for being bad. That's what I really thought that because they would come on and people would be like, "Oh, fuck Nickelback," and I was like, "Okay." Like I never enjoyed their music. It's just not my genre. So it's not like I would fight for it to stay on or anything. I'd just be like, "Okay, whatever." But people would do that and then they'd put on something actually terrible like Papa Roach, and I'd be like, "Why are you like this? Why do you have to torture me like this?" Rude. I was just making sure volume's down in case shit just decides to start stupid loud again. Half the time a single is worse than the example of the rest of the artist's work anyways. Yep, or it doesn't sound anything like the rest of their work. And that's so annoying to me. Dude, you guys would have fucking loved my nana. Oh my god. She was that quintessential like lady. She was born in the 20s. Born in the depression. She worked a million different jobs throughout her life. Like she worked in casinos, she worked as like the cigarette girl in casinos in Vegas and shit like that. Like she had quite the track record. But she was that person she had a bar in her house. She'd sit down, she'd make you a gin and tonic and she could just bullshit with you for hours. She had stories and stories, but they were real and they were amazing. Like her life was so fucking crazy. Yeah, she had like her life stories start when she turns 18 and allegedly my grandpa drives up in his motorcycle with his military gear on. She gets on the back, they get married and their life begins. She grew up in an orphanage because her mom was fucked. That's another one. She grew up in an orphanage, a Catholic Irish orphanage. Like her stories were never ending. They started from day one, like horror. Good morning, Bezabelli. How are you, love? People don't hate Nickelback because it's bad. They hate it because it's an overproduced corporate album. Corporate pablum. Yes, I love that word, pablum. That needs to be used more often. Every dog has some sort of health problem. It seems big dogs often get hip dysplasia. Terriers have neck and back problems. Hounds with long ears have constant infections. There's always something. You know what I think one of my dogs just farted at me. You guys smell like a butt. You smell like a butt. Why do you smell like you're dying? What's wrong with your asshole today? Oh my god, he smells so bad. Hi, Bubba. You stink so bad right now. Hi. Yeah. Oh my god. Have you made a toot? Are you still tooting? That's my boy. Silver, I think it's because it's similar with humans, we just live too long. Everything, every living creature's body starts to fail in one way or another at a certain point. And I think about that sometimes, like if we were in nature, without science and medicine and shit like that, like, we would probably die a lot earlier in life as opposed to extending it out. Radio stations have to lease the music. Oh, so that's why they only get one. That actually makes sense. I mean, it's fucked up, but yeah. And with licensing comes money, and the music industry loves to be cheap. Yup. That's so sad. Afternoon, Kinger. How are you, love? This was the same grandma that had a bunch of offensive stuff, right? And then was like, what I said was wrong. Yes. This is the Nana that when like, I have two different versions of her in my head. And it's sad. It's kind of like pre my grandpa dying and post my grandpa dying. And he didn't really have much to do with it, but like, it's like before, when I was really little, she would say things like, don't ever bring home a black man or salt and pepper if a mixed couple was on TV, and then she changed the channel. But then after my grandpa died and she was alone and older and we moved her into a completely Korean neighborhood, she flipped her shit. It was crazy. I mean, it's cool. It was weird, but it was cool because I mean, I think it's case in point that you can change the way you act at any fucking age if your brain still works. I'm literally stuck at the country store because their driveway is banked just off road and I can't see the cars parked next to me. That is fucking annoying. Cancer takes us all, right? I mean, it's like, it's sad, but that's kind of true. Except for elephants. Elephants are strangely immune to cancer. They also don't have knees. They also don't have knees. I get it. I understand. It's kind of funny that I can probably guess why she changed her tune. You live in an echo chamber, i.e., with the same person for 50 years. You guys, they probably, my grandpa was was in Pearl Harbor and shit. I'm sure they kind of fed off of each other's racist bullshit. Yeah, this is the same Nana I told you at what I was like, oh God, I was really young. And she tried describing to me and a friend of mine, like another person's daughter who was hanging out with me, the difference between the N words. I'm not going to go any further because I don't need to. You know. And we were just like, Mom? Yeah. But she took, I mean, literally a 180. It was wild. Bill. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She had some views. And she was born and raised in Seattle, like one of the most liberal cities in this. Look at this shit. Bill, you are such a bitch. What? What? Is it, do you need to go shit? You smell like farts. You're just farting on me. I'm buying a Luigi board and getting your grandma back over here. Dude, do it. A Ouija board? A Luigi? I'm gonna call it a Luigi board from now on. That's fucking funny. Mother, I must speak to you. No shit. The amount of times that I would go home and be like, Mom, Nana said, and my mom would be like, oh my God, no. A lot. What are you doing? This is how she tells me. She's like, this is how you do it, Mom. And she starts to hit her own face. She does kind of look like a sloth. Are you Sid the sloth? This is my murderer. You're a murderer. Yeah, I know. You kill things. The Luigi board video? There's a Luigi board video? No. Even wolves have health issues, like all over big dogs, and they often have hip dysplasia by the time they get old. I believe it. I mean, what human dies in 100% health? You know? I don't know. I don't think it's like unique. I think everything, once you live to a certain point, shit's gonna fail inside, outside. She just belched so loud. Ma'am, you are disgusting. Dogs are the best. Yeah, we all break eventually. I always say like I don't want to live anymore if I can't wipe my own ass. Like I just feel like at that point my quality of life's probably not that great anymore, and I like moving and stuff. I don't know if I could just survive forever in a state of immobility with someone being paid to wipe my ass. I don't know. I had a friend who worked at a nursing home when we were in high school, and an old lady pulled a spoon out and told her to dig the poop out of her butt with a tiny spoon. So, I don't ever want to be that, you know? I don't ever want to have to carry my own little teaspoon to beg people to dig the poop out of my butt. I think I'd just rather die. I don't know, though. I haven't been there yet. What is up with you today, ma'am? You're just so cuddly. Yes, of course. Silver, hold on. I'm gonna give you a permit. You just keep my poodle down. God damn it, Katie, wrong button. Oh god, there you go. I'm so gross and snotty today. I hate it. Is this the one? Curse of the Weggy? What the fuck? Oh my god, okay, hold on. Let me clear some links out. What are you doing, bud? Alright, do we need to go outside and shit? You guys smell like shit. Alright. Let's take a quick early break. Good morning, Donna. My dogs are just farting up a fucking storm and they smell so bad I think they need to shit. So just a quick shit. I've been witnessing some drama unfold outside my window. A small dump truck lightly hit the back corner of a house. Oh, fuck. And took a smallest chunk out of the house. The driver is trying to blame the house. I don't think the house got in the way. That is fucking great. That house came out of nowhere. That's amazing. Wow. Took a chunk. Holy shit. I mean, that house fucking came out of nowhere. I've got the Luigi board video up. We're gonna watch it together. I've never seen this before. The Luigi board? Hold on. I got a monster. Brr. Oh. It got cold fast, I swear. In a week, it went from like 90 to brr. Warm up. Oh, I hate it. I'm fairly certain the driver is sober, which makes it stranger. I mean, I've only been in one, I guess, accident involving another human being before, and I was quite literally stopped at a stoplight, and this older woman tried to merge into my car and just completely sideswiped my Mazda, like crunched into it. And then, like, the crazy part was there was a fucking state trooper behind her. And so he just puts his lights on and we turn into a parking lot. And her first thing she says, my sister was with me, who's a fucking lawyer, which is hilarious. So my sister's like taking pictures of the car and she's listening, she's like recording the conversation. And the first thing out of this woman's mouth is, you didn't have to call the cops. And I was like, bitch, I'm not ageist, but you're 75, merged into me at a stoplight, and you didn't know there was a state trooper directly behind you. I truly question whether or not you should be driving. Like, no matter what your age is. What the fuck? I did not say that. I am far too nice. Nope, I stayed completely silent. I was mostly just like, I cannot believe someone just merged into my car at a stoplight. The cops, right? Those cops fucking teleported. I know, it was so dumb. There's supposed to be a big temperature drop across the US. I feel it. Like, it's already happening here. It's so cold, I can't feel my fingertips. What temperature is it? It's probably actually not that cold. It's just my body. I don't, like, acclimate as fast as the weather changes here. Come on, phone. What are you? Are you hot out? No, it's actually relatively cold. It's 49 degrees, 47 degrees. Is that chilly enough for me to bitch a little? Or my off base already? I'm cold. Once I'm cold, I'm just cold. Maybe the house, oh my god, maybe the house scooted. That's cold. Thank you. 47. I can't feel my fingers. Cool. Thanks, Glut. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys because I know I'm oversensitive to it. I get cold and then I'm just miserable, and so I gotta check. I gotta make sure I'm not being, you know, a little bitch. I wish Chronicle, it's like I think it's part of the like stimulation thing. It's like once my skin is cold, it does I can't think of anything but my skin is cold. Like how are you? What do you want to eat? Where are you going? Cold, 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 cold. I don't want to be this way. I try so hard not to, but then like if I don't like move and try to not be cold, I chatter so hard. I've literally like this tooth right here, she's chipped from chattering my teeth from being cold too much, and I keep it just to show, just be like, quit telling me not to be cold. Please stop. Please stop. I'm cold. Please stop. Oh, 81 sounds wonderful. The highs this weekend will be in the low 50s here after that. After being in the 80s, brr. I don't want it to be too hot either. I mean, I'm not like sitting here like, oh, I want to bask in 140 degrees. 60s and 70s comfy weather for me. 50s a bit chilly, 30s 40s cold, 20 and unders fuck off. I agree. Anything under 20s fuck off weather. Anything. It's 101 there still. Jesus Christ. You want to trade? We could split the difference. That'd be great. Then we'd all just be a nice, not freezing. 55, 50s I don't feel like are too bad. 50s and 60s is like, for me, that's what I expect out of fall weather. But Colorado, because we're in the mountains, it goes from 100 to 40 in a day. And it's just like, my body cannot. And to be frank, I'm just really lazy and I don't want to spend 20 minutes getting dressed in the morning because of the sheer amount of layers I have to put on not to be miserable. I just want to put shorts and a t-shirt on and like not think about the weather. That's all I want in my life. I have so many layers on right now. Burr. It's 76. Those are 36. I'd be all right. I can't. I wish. I really do. I try. It's 10 a.m. at 88, but it feels like 84, and that makes it okay. Okay. Sure. I don't believe you. Cheers. No one likes to be too hot either. It's the extremes. No one's basking in extreme weather. It's just like I think it's the you know, normally you get like that gradual drop in temperature, I guess. That's everywhere I've lived, I guess. I get like a gradual drop in temperature and then your body like slowly acclimatizes to it. But here there's like no acclimation point. So like you go from shorts to like a full bodysuit of everything within a day. It's weird. It's just my body's like, what? Help. I don't have any fat yet. I haven't had time to get fluffy. I'm so used to layers in Washington, it's weird if I don't have a hoodie or sweats on. I got so used to not having to do that, but I remember that lifestyle. I was digging through we have our spare bedroom in my house is essentially like our costume closet. It's just racks of different costumes and masks and hats and all the shit we use for all our cosplays and shit like that. And I was digging through it and organizing it and I found my raincoat from college. It's like a North Face shell. And I just picked it up and kind of crinkled it in my hand. I was like, weird. Rain. I don't I don't remember that anymore. Like we get like piss rain here where it like dumps for 2 hours and then it's over with. But like that just constant sideways mist, I just don't remember it. Highly true. Even you can at least you can layer up if you're cold. When it's too hot, you can only take off so much clothing. Even being naked won't fix it. It's true. It's facts. The extremes both. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want either extreme. I just don't want to think about it. Wool clothing has a wide temperature range in which you can feel comfortable. Isn't that why a lot of like winter gear is made of wool because it breathes? It's like you can wear it outside and sweat and it won't contain the sweat and all that shit. I think I like to be cold for the novelty of it. We get cool to cold for about 10 weeks. I think that's why I kind of like summer here because we have a really long winter. Our winter goes through to, like, the beginning of July-ish. Maybe that's why I like it. I'm like, "Ooh, we get a couple months of sunshine. Amazing." Like, it's crazy how daylight is already gone. I noticed that yesterday when Zach got off work, it was already pitch dark. Like, I had done some yard work, and I was gonna show him, and I went outside, and I'm like, "Oh, I can't show you shit." Like, it just got like that. I feel like a week ago, it was still light out at 7 p.m., and now it's not. I don't know what the f it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is it actually happening this fast? Fuck cotton. I don't do cotton because it shrinks. I'm way too big. Like, I'm 6 feet tall. I can't get anything that's gonna shrink immensely, otherwise it's just not gonna fit, and I'm never gonna wear it. It's hot in these rhinos. Jesus Christ. It's that sideways mist, man. Yo, what up, Taco? Good morning. Whatever it is. I can't ever find my raincoat. I lived in mine. I mean, that thing has seen every college course I ever went to. It's a hard I mean, North Face was kind of like a meme back in the day, one of them memes. Every girl had, like, knee-high brown boots and probably a North Face vest or something of some sort, but they are quality. Like, that shit's still good. It's still fine. It just doesn't rain here, so I don't need it. Well, the wool doesn't collapse when wet, so it's drier on your skin. There it is. That's what it is. Because there's something I love what I watched Survivor Man for a while. Is it Survivor Man? I think. Not the guy who, like, eats animals and drinks his piss, but he's actually a dude who, like, legitimately goes out and survives in the wild. And he was talking about how one of the most dangerous things that can happen to you is when you're out in cold temperatures and you're all bundled up getting sweaty, because your sweat will freeze you. Like, it'll freeze against your skin. Les Shroud, is that his name? Yeah. That show was pretty dank for a while. And I never ever thought of that. Like, growing up in extreme weather conditions, I never thought about that. But yeah, I guess I'm thinking that's probably why wool's pretty popular. Because a lot of actually, there's a really, really good sock brand if you run a lot called Smart Wool. And I fuck you not, I've had some Smart Wool socks since my early 20s, and they're still in fucking perfect condition. I don't know why. I don't It's kinda weird to be like, "Wow, those socks are really old," but they're fucking perfect condition, like Smart Wool, dude. I don't know what it is. They're expensive. They're like 15 bucks a pair, but holy shit. I literally, like, I have, like, a basket next to my bed where I put, like, the single socks that, their pair has missing somewhere, and then every once in a while, I dump it out, and I go search through it and pair them up if I found one, and I found some of the Smart Wool socks, and I was just looking at them. I'm like, dude, these are from when I was, like, 22 years old. I remember buying them at the local running store in Bellingham where I went to school. Fucking weird, but they're great. I still use them. They're phenomenal quality. Yesterday was a noticeable change for you too. Really? Okay, it's not. I'm glad it's not just me. I know I'm a puss. I woke up not too long ago. I'm actually hungry, which is rare so early in the day for me. Someone could make me oh my god, get someone to make you some pan snakes. Yeah. The wool socks, dude, there's something about them. They're the shit. And he does the show 100% alone. I forgot about that. Yeah, he actually so every time the camera moves, he has hiked to wherever the camera is, moved it, and then hiked back. Like, he does so much fucking work. Oh my god, knives, Smart Wool. Not just because they last forever. They're amazing. If you like footy socks, not like ankle high or whatever, they actually have like a thick little pad where your heel hits your shoe of like just a thicker material. I don't know what it is, but it helps. I don't know. Like I have really narrow heels, I guess, and so my heels are constant. Like no matter what the shoe is, my heels like slide out of the back heel of the shoe, and those completely stop it 100%. I haven't had a blister on my heel in so many years. Like they're amazing. Highly like every once in a while you can go to REI and get them on sale, or go online and get them on like on Amazon. You can find bundles of them on sale. But retail, they're like 15 bucks a pair. They're expensive for socks, for fuck's sake, but they're good. They're great. I would stand Smart Wool, please sponsor me. I will run for you. They're great. I mean, the fact that they lasted that long and they still have all the elastic, nothing. I mean, there's not a seam, not a string. I looked at them like I kind of had a moment with my socks. It was weird, but they're great. Darn Tough is wool and has a lifetime guarantee, and they're pricey as well. Darn Tough. I wonder if they're similar to Smart Wool, because I think Smart Wool also has some sort of lifetime guarantee, which kind of makes sense because I run in these pretty regularly and they do not have a toe hole or anything. It's kind of crazy. Like, what the fuck are they? Wool, right? Who would have thought a natural fiber actually works and lasts a long time? Amazing. Spider-Man, less, yeah, mhm. My bestie moved to the South, and her now husband was scoffing over us talking about Columbia brand. Now he has a certain favorite pair of shoes. Scoff all you want, motherfucker. They can meme all they want. Some brands are a brand for like, I'm not gonna go out there and buy some $800 Arc'teryx jacket. That is asinine. Looking at you, Arc'teryx. Get out of Seattle. But REI is the shit. Like, everything I've ever gotten from REI never dies. Ever. Like, I have shit that my mom bought me in my early 20s, like, in college that I still wear. This I got in my early 20s. This is not from REI, but, like, it's crazy that it hasn't worn out because I'm not delicate with my clothes. I don't even separate whites from the colors, man. I just throw everything in the wash. If it can't be washed with everything else, I don't want it. I'm just not a high maintenance laundry person. They're great. Merino wool. What is merino wool? Oh, that's the darn tough. Hold on, let me look at that. Oh, they look super similar. They have the same, like, toe and heel shit. I bet it's, like, a thicker material. Thank you. Me and the Hubs watched Survivor Man when we first started living together. He was pretty cool to watch, right? I really enjoy watching him. There was a certain point where he, like, did a contest and he invited a viewer to come survive with him, and that was the episode I stopped watching him because he was kind of a dick. He, like, let this guy just kind of s flail, and I was like, "Man, come on. Like, teach him. Teach him, for fuck's sake." That was a little bit, but every other episode before that, I was like, "Fuck, I love watching," like, he actually does real Survivor shit. Taco, you motherfucker, thank you so much for gifting us sub to Best Belly. Best Belly, use about was the highest order. You know what the fuck is up. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy than pure sober consent, and I appreciate you. Knives, 100%. I just wanna be clean. Like, I don't that's I fucking hate getting, like, getting a gift of a clothing that's, like, cold wash only, put, you know, dry clean, hang dry, blah. That's why denim is such a fucking hassle for me. Because most of the time, if I buy denim, I'd have to hang dry it. Because if you dry it, all the fibers tighten up, and then getting that shit over my ass cheeks is just like an extreme sport in itself. And I just like do not want to live that lifestyle. Like, I want to be clean and have my laundry folded, but beyond that, I don't even have any white clothes, to be honest. White gets dirty way too fast. I'm not into it. We got some of our Shibari kit from REI. Shit is golden, right? All that rope shit. They have everything. I mean, that's REI is dank. They're expensive, but it lasts forever. And their return policy is pretty awesome. If I remember correctly. I have not shopped there in ages because literally, I don't know how they stay in business because everything they make lasts forever. I bought merino long johns, one of the best spend monies in my entire life. Really? So merino's pretty dank then. That's probably I mean, these socks are easily the best investment I've ever made in socks in my life because 'cause I'm still running in them today. I've these socks, oh my god, if I calculated it, how many pairs of shoes have these socks seen? 2 pairs of shoes on average since for, like, 10 years. They've seen, like, 20 pairs of shoes. That's gross. That's weird. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Side note, you should replace your running shoes every 6 months. What the heck's up with all this hand wash only shit lately? What the fuck is that? I've known ladies who their entire life have hand washed their panties and bras and hung them to dry. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why you would buy something that you have to do that. Otherwise, it will fall apart. It can't look that good. I think I look okay, and everything I wear can go straight in the washer and dryer with no special settings whatsoever and comes out fine. Foot prisons, they are, unless you get good ones. White clothes sleeping, right? Sleeping or an under I have, like, undershirts, things that would go under something else, then it's not exposed to anything I'm doing, so it's not gonna get fucking ruined. I've been slowly replacing my socks with the darn tough ones. That's I mean, I don't you'll never have to replace them ever again. because I haven't bought socks in so many years now because these smart wool ones. Is it time? Is it bark o'clock already? He lives here. Look. Who's that? Every day. Every day. They hear Zach and they're like, what the fuck? Murder! They're supposed to be smart. I don't get it. This isn't 1923, right? Like, I'm not getting a fucking washboard. What's happening here? And that's the thing. Laundry machines have so many settings. They have like delicate, cotton, wool, etc., etc. They have like heavy duty, which is usually what I put mine on because I go out in the garden and get muddy a lot. They do it all. I just don't. Why would you buy something that you have to do that? Like, it better be cheap as fuck, or they're paying you. I don't know. I throw everything in the washer. Me too. Even my shoes. It's amazing. I hand wash my bras once. That's me too. My washing setting is if he dies, he dies. Some clothes are too weak to live. A to the motherfucking men. I could not agree harder on that note. That is so, I've never ever thought of it that way, but that's exactly like my thought process. Any clothing, if it doesn't survive, it wasn't meant to live. It was just its time, which is why I don't buy into the fucking fast fashion bullshit because I know it will just shred. I'm not here to hand wash my shit. Clothing Darwinism, right? Just set it to normal and forget it, right? And if it shreds, I mean, it's just not meant to live. I have better things to do with my life than hand wash a bra. When I have like, and wash machines, like Knives was saying, they have every setting ever and they're so expensive these days. It's kind of like, I know you guys probably had this too because we all had some sort of parental figure. But my dad was so obsessive because we had a really old dishwasher. He would make us literally wash the dishes and then put them in the dishwasher. And I never for the fucking life of me understood what the fuck's the point of the dishwasher. We fucking washed them. They're clean and dry in a rack. What are you doing? What's the point? We've already done it. If you're and that doesn't make sense to me. Like, rinse your fucking dishes. Don't put a burrito in your dishwasher. But if I have to clean my dishes completely before the dishwasher, there's no point in that dishwasher. Get the fuck out of my life. You mean nothing. I will hand wash my boobs, not my bras. A to the motherfucking men on that one. Yep, hole in a shirt. Dude, I still wear it. I no shit. Some of my tank tops are literally from high school, and they all have this little hole right here, but I still wear them pretty regularly. This is from tugging them down 90 times a day over my belt loop, and they would just wear it. But every single one has the exact same hole right there. But I just keep rocking them because I'm too cheap to buy more. It's sick, right? I'm an adult. I should do it. But I don't think I ever will. No one sees it. And it's elastic, so it's like, stretchy. I can't sew that shit. My mother also doesn't use the dishwasher, but also believes one must clean the dishes before having a machine in the kitchen. Clean them. Why? Same. My dad would get fucking irate if we didn't. It was so weird. It was like, you know how there's all those memes about dads and the thermostat? My dad was also a psycho about the thermostat, but that was him with dishes. And like before running the dishwasher, he would open it and like examine the dishes, and if there was a dirty one, he'd put it in your bed. Get a hobby for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Wild. Wild. Time for a new dishwasher. There's brand new dishwashers. You have to bar clean your dishes before they go in there. It's bizarre. I just don't understand the point. Or like, I've had dishwashers in apartments that are relatively new, and I swear to God, the dishes come out dirtier because all it does is spray the shit around in a circle. Like, even though I rinsed them, like, I barb wash the dishes because I was trained that way. But, like, what the fuck is going on here? Dishwashers are kind of, I just don't. They have their own history. I have a lot of shirts. I have a lot of t-shirts with history and tank tops and stuff like that. Like, the fact that I know exactly why this hole is there, and every single one of these tank tops have the exact same hole in the exact same spot. It's just like tugging your shirt down for years over jeans because jeans don't fit ass. And if I didn't, the possibility of my whale tail showing to my entire class was high. It is kind of weird to think on stuff like that, huh? Huh. Clothes are weird. Clothes are weird. Y'all don't have a house elf to do your dishes? I'm not allowed to call the mods elves anymore. But yeah, I've got some bitches. That's how mine is now, Trouble. Yeah, it's got like basically a garbage disposal built in, right? I just leave that dish in there until it gets clean, just to spite my mother and she's not even present. That's beautiful, though. I kind of love that. We used to do that as kids, honestly. Like, if my dad wasn't home, we'd like run the dishwasher with semi-dirty dishes in it, and if they came out perfectly clean, like we wouldn't even unload it. We would leave it and just not say anything. But it was like winning a secret battle in my soul. I was like, he's wrong. Like, I can never tell him. I could never prove it to him. I'm wrong no matter what, but like he's wrong. I win. All the little secrets, all the little stupid shit. Minion, now you only take out the trash. I told you not to type so loudly. The only pre-wash we do as grown-ups was letting the dog lick the plate and get the big chunks. Oh my god. We did that as kids, to be honest. We had farm dogs. They ate fucking everything. Like, nowadays, it's like, don't let your dog get an onion or a grape or a bone of any kind. And I'm thinking, like, when we were kids, our dogs would get full chicken carcasses, and they lived till they were, like, 20 years old. I'm not saying go out there and feed your dogs and cats, like, onions and grapes, but animals are built different now. They get clean, yes, but they also fuck with the filter. Yeah, though it'll fuck with the filter, and doesn't it? So correct me if I'm wrong. My dad, I have like a very beginner knowledge of plumbing and shit like that. My dad is like a plumber, underwater welder by trade, so I just picked shit up throughout my life. And something I learned was if you let like food items and shit like that go down the drain of your sink and or into your dishwasher too often, it actually, because your drain sink has like that little loop, it gets trapped in there, and then sewer gas, like a very strong egg smell, will start to come out of your dishwasher and out of your sink, and that's actually sewer gas backing up into your house. It's fucked. It's really scary. I don't know the logistics of it. It's something like y'all that are handy out there probably know more than I do, but it's something like that. And I think it's because I asked my dad if I could pour coffee grounds into the disposal or something like that. He's like, "Why are you using a disposal?" I'm like, "I have one." I don't use it anymore. He scares me. It's something about the decaying food does clogs it though. Like he said it. Oh god, I wish I could remember exactly. He actually texted it to me. I could probably look it up in my text. It was a long diatribe about getting backed up and I don't some smell. It's not from the food though, because it was a conversation about coffee grounds in there. But I have no idea. I don't remember anymore. I was just like, okay, I won't put coffee grounds down the sink. I don't want to die. I think most nowadays don't have that issue. It might just clog it up. You can take them apart. I mean, I've taken apart the garbage disposal many times. Those are really easy to take apart. Like, obviously, turn off the water and electricity and shit, but they're not too hard to take apart and clean out. Even worse than the dishwasher, she has a thing about not using the lock button. If you still had one, you could push down. I ended up with her Explorer a time ago. First thing I did was sit in it and hit the lock button rapidly for like 5 minutes. You called her and she gasped. I love you so much. That's so beautiful. I love that level of spite. It's so gorgeous. You'll only get sewer gas if you get too much stuff stuck at the U where there isn't water in it anymore. That's what it is. Something like that. Yeah, it's just like big solids. Yeah, like like coffee beans or like garbage. Yeah, it was something like that. That's what my dad was telling me about. Thank you. It had something to do with that loop getting clogged. So because the water sits there and that's what prevents the gas from back coming into your house. I don't think the gas is like anything super dangerous other than the bad smell. I don't think. Hold on, Beatrice, let me grab that. But possibly. I mean, sewer gas is, like, flammable at a certain point, right? You shouldn't be dumping shit down the drain in the first place. Yeah, especially if there's a garbage can right behind you.
We don't have to go there.
It's a dark place. Methane, yeah. Block sewers always seem to involve wet wipes and corn. No shit. My dad has explained, my dad builds water treatment plants, which that the building of those requires underwater welding, which I guess is his specialty. I've never seen him do it, obviously. He works construction. I'm not allowed there, but this is what he does. So he's explained, like, my dad has always been very, very anal, for lack of a better word, about like what goes in the toilet, what goes down a drain, what goes in the sink, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because he builds these water treatment plants. And he said when those stupid fucking like they always market them to men, like men wet wipes or whatever, the wipes for your asshole started becoming really popular. He said he had so much work because almost every single water treatment plant in the state of Washington was breaking down because none of them dissolve. Like they will never dissolve. Like no plumber has approved them. It's hilarious that they have a sticker on it, but like those are just garbage. Yeah, tampons, pads, menstrual things other than the menstruation itself, obviously. Um, Condoms, all of that. And he described it to me. He's like, the water treatment plant has like layers of screens in it that go from like, really wide holes to like really, really narrow holes. And he has to go in and like pull all of those fucking filters out and then weld the new ones in or something like that. And basically wade in shit. And it's disgusting. But he said it's literally 100% wet wipes. He went to this, I want to say it was like, it was an institution of some kind, whether it was a hospital or whatever. But this hospital actually, in the public bathrooms, like for patients' families to use, they had to rig up at the top of their not a septic, because it wouldn't be a septic, they'd be on a sewer because it was a hospital or something like that. At the top of wherever the tank of all the sewage in the building went, no shit, he told me this story very recently. They had ripped the basket off of a bike, like a bike basket, and used fishing line to tie it like a few feet from the fucking pipe that dumps all the sewage into the main thing that sends it to the city, just to catch as many of those fucking wipes as possible, because it destroys the sewer system so bad, and then they have to pay. And basically, if you have to pay the city to come in, they have to come in and rip up all the pipes in the roads and shit like that and find where the fuck the clog is. It's insane how bad those are for the drains and the sewage system, but like they're still just out there. And I bought some one time. I don't remember why. I think I just wanted to get wet wipes, but I accidentally ended up getting like wet wipes you could use on your asshole. And I showed them to you guys on stream. I was appalled. They had a big old stamp on them that said plumber approved. And I gasped and I sent a picture to my dad and I was like, what plumber though? And he just literally couldn't even function at it. He was like, there's no licensed fucking plumber in the world that would, unless they're just out to make a shit ton of money by fucking the world over with wet wipes. But it's such a disgusting job. I don't know if anyone would go that far. Dude, they're so satisfying. He says the amount of jewelry they find down there, like basically every water treatment plant ever has a safe full of diamonds because they can't do anything with it. They have to wait for someone to come and claim it. And it's all these angry, pissed off people flushing diamonds down the toilet. They all end up in one of the filters. Probably the scariest thing about it to me though was that like there's a lot of medications we take nowadays, anything for ADD basically, anything that's like immediate acting, ADD medication specifically, you pee it out very similar to the molecular form that you actually take in. It comes out almost exactly the same straight into the water system, and there is no filter for that. There's no filter for chemicals. So, like, when people, that's why you're not supposed to dump pills down the toilet anymore. Like, I don't even think you were ever supposed to, but back in, like, when I was a kid, if your grandparents died, you'd go dump all their medicine in the toilet and flush it. It just goes into the water system. It just goes into the fucking drinking water, all of it. Hormonal birth control, basically any hormones you take are pissed out in the exact same form they're taken in. So all those hormones go into the water system. And there's actually a study, I believe in Washington and Oregon right now. They're trying to look into that and see if all the hormones in the water are having to do with women's inability to get pregnant naturally without in vitro, because just drinking water, you're essentially kind of drinking low dose birth control. And it's also, lowering sperm count, ball size, taint length. Who woulda known? Crazy. But there is no filter for chemicals. Like, those just they're so small, you know what I mean? Mhm. That's a perfect way to say it. That's basically what I'm saying. There is no such thing as a flushable wet wipe, no matter what the packaging says. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Gloom, you wanna cheers? I just packed a bowl. Probably, yeah, Katie, exactly. It's probably someone out there to make money, which is gross. Drain Cleaning Australia is the best channel. Oh god, that guy gets way too happy and enthusiastic about blocked drains. I mean, it's probably like popping it. It's like people who like watching popping videos, right? Like zip popping videos. I imagine it's the same feeling. We should use the durability of plastics to make things that aren't meant to last and not be one time and disposable. I agree. We're fucked, is what you're saying. I mean, our children are probably. Damn, we're finally figuring out the trigger for the for the trick. Excuse me, I can read the trigger for the movie Children of Men. No shit. It is really weird. Also, Washington State has like an abnormally high rate of breast cancer and MS. And they don't know if that has something to do with drugs in the water or the fact that no one gets enough sunlight because you're just not at the right angle of the sun. There's a whole thing. It's pretty fascinating. No, like, no concrete anything, just a study going on because there's like enough evidence to push that. We're not fucked. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Grew up on well water. I can't even stand the taste of city water, but damn, now I'm never gonna unthink that, right? I grew up on well water too. It took me a really long time to get used to city water. I know, me too. Cheers. Flushable just means it won't clog your toilet. That's a really good way of saying it, Zephyrus. Exactly. But you still may have to pay for the damage. There's no such thing. Just don't. Cheers. Salutations, Wand. How are you? You know what's funny, Evil? I never flushed oil down the drain, but not because I knew it was bad for the drain until my mom married my stepdad. I was just trained by my nana that you saved it. Like, she would always have a tin coffee can or something, and she saved all the fat, oil, and shit in it. I never saw her use it. Like, she just kept it under the sink and then would throw it away. She saved bacon fat. That was a whole that's a different game. But yeah, she always never, nothing, no deep fry oil, nothing like that would ever go in the sink. It was always in some can, and they'd let it cool down until it was solid and throw it away, right? My parents did that too, so I just always did that. And I never questioned why. Dude, daydreaming, I did not bring my water out. I'm the worst. I have to go find my water. I'm sorry. Shame. I'll get my water on the next break. I owe you. Not all city water is the same. The water in Redmond's great. In Texas, I had to have a filter for it not to taste like dirt. Honestly, the water in Bellingham wasn't terrible. I don't remember it smelling like chemicals or anything. Where did I live where it was terrible? I lived one. I swear there was somewhere I lived where you could smell the chlorine. Like, it's, I don't know if there's actually chlorine in the water, but it smelled like chlorine coming off the top of the water. And you had to like let it sit for a while. Otherwise, it smelled like pool water. Ooh, got ready to join my girlfriend's D&D campaign tomorrow. Fuck yeah. I had a link for some shit. Someone gave me a link to something and it failed and I tried to. Visibility, didn't you give me a music link earlier? I swear to grab, I swear to grab. Why am I like this? Or no, was it Beatree? No, Beatree. Beatree, do you still have that link? I swear I pulled it up to load it and now I don't have it anymore. I went to go check. Thank you. I'm sorry. I knew I grabbed it. I don't know what happened, what I did, though. Which song did you want me to which song are we playing? Because this is the full artist. My water at the apartments here straight up tastes like chlorine. Yeah. You can get, like, treatment for water like that, so it, like, neutralizes it, but I don't think it's terrible for you. It's still better than not drinking water. It's just, like, it's startling. Silver. I have that one too. That one just literally, I had too many links open and shit just wasn't buffering. I have a couple. I have one from earlier too. Hold on. And then I have one I actually forgot about that we opened yesterday and I saved it to watch with everyone. What happened? I know I opened these links from y'all and now I'm just missing shit. I found it. It's fine. I found it. Oh no shit. Almost all tap water has chlorine in it. If don't right, you can't taste if done right, you can't taste it. This is why you have to let it sit when using it for fish tanks. I have like it's this I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like blue drops and I use it for my reptiles and stuff like that because not reptiles, but amphibians actually like respirate through their skin. So you never want to put any water in their tank that has like the possibility of chlorine or something like that really strong. And I put these blue drops in the water and it neutralizes that. If there's a possibility, like my water here is actually pretty good. I've never noticed anything wrong with the water in Colorado. But I don't know if they have something like that for people. Probably. Water filter? Chlorine's odorless, but whatever reaction it is, it's pee. It's biological material. I learned that in school, which is so fucking gross. If you smell chlorine, it's actually the chemical reaction of chlorine and biological material together. So like pee and dead skin and hair and stuff. Fucking sick. Right? Fucking sick. Welcome to my world. Okay, thank you. Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ. I was like, what the fuck is me? Pause. Hold on. I'm just gonna play the songs I already have Spotify up and then we'll try the videos. I want to hear you. And this person streams on Twitch as well, you said, right? Somehow this is all this is the autoplay's fault. I mean, it was I don't know what happened. They might have I mean, tabs crash, but they don't normally shut themselves down when they crash. I don't know, it's maybe me. They stream as well. So this artist's name is Anne Dorco or Annie. Is it Annie? Anne. I like their voice a lot. Yeah, you gotta treat water for those kind of animals. Yep. I'm pretty anal about it. Knives, did I tell you that Knives the bitch got a new enclosure recently? He's living his best life. I have never seen him more active in the years I've had him. It's hilarious. I just like with aquatic animals, it's really hard to clean their enclosure all the time because like there's water just like in the dirt and the soil. It's like embedded and everything. So I have two enclosures that I like rotate him between. And he was in torpor, whatever the fuck you call it, when frogs like bury themselves and sit and go into a gelatinous state of I'm not going to eat for 6 months. And he came out and I was like, okay, it's time. And I set up this new enclosure for him and I gave him like a log to live in and shit. He's so active. He hops around and swims. It's adorable. Watching him swim around in his little pool kills my soul. I'm actually a little sad for when he's like this big. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to attain a pool that big for him. This is the next song. I really like their voice. Dude, critter glow ups are the best. He's so happy. I think he just really wanted more water, which is weird because he's an African bullfrog from like a really desert region. So I don't know. He likes that water. Oh, Daydream. Hard same. Stick together, yeah. You get a ton of biological material in a pool for the chlorine to react with. Constant battle against algae and tons of tiny things blow into it. Had a pool for over 10 years in Austin. Outdoor? Is it really hard with an outdoor pool? I've never had a pool. Water seems gross. Standing water. It's people soup. People soup. Ooh, Beatree. Good luck. Thank you. This is honestly kind of accidental hair color right now. It was like dark blue and dark green, and then I had pink bangs. And this is just the fade. I don't even remember when I dyed my hair. That's how long ago it was. What month is it? October? July? June? It's been a while. But this happened by going out in the desert. Burning Man, just like my hair being in the sun nonstop and getting like really damaged, it did this kind of weird halvesy have fade, but I dig it. Like, but I can't claim I did this. It's the sun, I swear. It's bleaching out my gorgeous hair. Go, go, fight, fight. Gee, I hope I look all right. Oh, what is that? Why does that pop in my head every like 6 months? It looks like it's the sherbet. Like when I had it in the buns yesterday, it almost looks like the perfect pride flag, like the pale blue and the pink. It does kind of look like sherbet now. I want to dye it, but I just can't decide what I want to do to it. I feel like purple fades so fast. Every time I've done my hair purple, it lasts like 3 washes and then it looks gray. What is that? What up, Seahorse? How are you, love? Outdoor private pools are way cleaner as long as the filtering and sanitation system are working. Well, no shit, they're way cleaner. Hell yeah. My Nana had a pool. I grew up going to a pool all the time. She actually had, I loved it. I was so sad when my Nana passed away. All my aunts decided to sell it and split the money. I was fucking pissed. But my grandpa built this house and he built the pool and everything. And they had a hot tub that was like above ground level and it had a waterfall that went into the pool that was below ground level. And that's what kept the pool warm. And it was just so dank. And you could like sit under that waterfall in the pool. So sit with all the nice warm water like pouring down your back, but you're like in the cool pool at nighttime. It was awesome. It was such a nice pool. But my grandpa fucking he cleaned that thing psychotically. Like he was constantly checking the water levels and getting the little pH kit and shit. And he had the little magnetized spinny thingy. He had all that shit. I really like this person, Beatree. I'm saving them. Thank you for sharing. I'm also going to find them on Twitch. Feel free to share their link if you have their Twitch link, by the way. I was out in summer one year a lot, and it bleached the ends of my purple hair like straight white. Yep. That's honestly, this looks really green in here because my lighting is just kind of orange. This is really close to like bleach yellow. This shit. Which is exciting because I could do anything to my hair right now, but I don't. I always go back to blue, so my brain's like, why do anything else? Why waste your time? But like also like it's really pale. I could do something cool right now. Ugh. Frustration. Sips and Carlac hair. Oh my god, knives. So I was digging through my makeup shit the other day and I found some red paint that is like meant for skin and shit like that. And I was thinking about doing the Carlac thing, but I just don't. I did a skin test and I don't know if I could do a good Carlac with it. It's kind of greasy and I truly like, hold up. My hand is still stained 2 days later, a little bit red right there. Like I did a hand. I think my face is going to be stained from this shit, but it says I've just had this for ages and never used it. It's like oil-based, face paint. But I was thinking about it because I mean, you're not the only one that's asked me to do Carlac, and it's pretty red, but it's like it's oil-based, so it fades out and then it just stains like a bitch. But I was thinking about it. Carlac would be fun and easy. I mean, easy because it's not like she's not like defined by an elaborate costume, you know? I'm not so much into the costume part. See how fast it fades out? I just don't know. I might do it. I don't know. My nose was really snotty and my eyes were all sick this morning, so I was like, not today, but sometime. Sometime possibly. I always put some of the extra purple dye in with my conditioner once a week and always just wash and rinse it with cold water, and it stays well like that. Cold water washes are the worst, but it truly does work, doesn't it? Purple and blue absorb a lot of energy from the sun and bleaches faster. Interesting. I wonder why this blue doesn't, like the ones closer to the root. Because you would think where my head is hotter, you know? But there's some spots where it's like, damn blue, and I have not touched that in months. Hair is curious. Probably the stages of bleaching, right? Like, this is the damage. This shit is fried. Oh, thank you, Beatree. Good luck. Be safe. Mine had a hot tub above ground level with a waterfall in the pool as well. Fuck yes. It was only warm if I ran the heater in Texas summer. The water was plenty warm, and that's my nana was in Arizona. So it was plenty hot. Honestly, the cold water was nice. She's a hell of a look, right? Evening, sheeps. How are you? I almost snotted. My allergies are so bad today. I feel like I'm just gonna. I'm gonna be like that kid that sneezes and just like a bubble fucking blows out of my face. Fall allergies, dude. It's so weird because I don't feel like I should have allergies right now. Like, you don't see things blooming or like life coming out, but my face is like gross. Heater wasn't big enough to heat the whole pool in the winter though, but could use the hot tub all year. That's, I think, very similar to ours because I don't remember going in the pool in the wintertime, even though it wasn't freezing, but we went in the hot tub all the time and it was awesome. Sometimes I think we would be stupid and dive into the pool to get it freezing and then go back in the hot tub because we were dumb children and we were like, ooh, this will be fun. Ugh. I'm building a Carlick-esque character for my new D&D 5e campaign on Fridays. Ooh. Fuck yeah. Wait. I'm finally done with a 12:15 appointment for a COVID booster. It took 30 minutes to get a booster? Were you in line in, like, a parking lot? What the fuck? Don't they just, like, you? She's a giant foundling and a rune knight fighter mixed with unarmored monk stuff and a bit of ranger. Fuck yes. My very, very first D&D character ever was a campaign over with Whack, and it was my first time ever doing anything with, like, Peachy and Zacatecus and shit, which 2 people I'm still, like, super tight with today, and they're awesome human beings. And, I made a tiefling ranger. Night Stalk I wanna say Night Stalker. Ranger? Was she a ranger or was she I don't remember, it's been a bit, I'd have to look back. But she had dual hand hand hatchets that she would throw at people, and, like, my dexterity wasn't too great because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I fucking nailed it almost every time, and I'd be like, "It lands in their skull." It was great. She was a really fun character, but totally a goof. The thing we're planning on doing, I'm doing a Pass on the Music again. Do you have any thoughts on yours? They make you wait after getting a shot, usually 2. Oh, I forgot about the wait. Yeah, they do make you wait afterwards, huh? Yeah, to make sure you don't have an adverse reaction. No, you're right. I forgot about that. Not over here. They have to check you off and make sure you aren't allergic to the drugs. Yep, I forgot about that. I forgot about that part. My first character was back in AD&D second edition. Edition. I don't remember which edition we played. This was like 7 years ago. What was a popular edition 7 years ago? It was probably 5e then. I would imagine. Fuck, dude. Yeah, and allegedly this person actually streams on Twitch. Knives. Their name is Annie Dorco. Dorco? Dorco, yes. I love that name. I have an ancestor named Dorcas, and it gives me much pleasure. It is. I know. I keep forgetting to pause it at the end of a song, but I'm just terrible this way. I remember that year is the same year my ex-wife kicked me out. Oh, nice. That's good.
I gave it a wash, turned it on, and slipped it in.
Yeah? Was she a bitch? I agree. Once you make an assumption about how they look in your head, it is. I know, especially when you get to see him sing live. First D&D I played was 2E2. I was 12 years old and 3.4. I'm so jealous. I didn't know anyone I'd never even heard I don't think I'd ever heard the term Dungeons and Dragons until I was, like, in college. I don't think. Let alone know someone who fucking played. And then once I found out what the fuck tabletop was, I was like, "Oh my god, I want this so bad." But I was in college and everybody was, boring, and I didn't know anybody that made that shit, but I wanted it so bad. Hi, Matthew, how are you? What I find funny, Katie, is you've kept that sound effect, but at the same time, I traumatize you every time you play it. I know. It's because I'm really, really good at, paying attention and getting really in the moment and talking to you guys, and I completely disassociate to what's happening, which is why I keep forgetting to pause the music. Pause, pause, pause. I just, you know, I dedicate my attention to where it's supposed to go. ADD medication's amazing that way. I'd probably pay attention to that stuff more if I was not well, medicated, to be honest. I can just focus. It's incredible. SCA's dank. I knew about SCA. I actually, went to school with a girl whose parents, lived SCA. Like, actually lived it. Like, she came to school in velvet shit a lot, like, corsets and stuff, like, in 3rd grade. It was very bizarre, and drank out of a tin cup at school. It's Friday, What up, Freddy Krueger? I really like your name. How are you? My older sister and him were into the SCA. I'm so jealous. Kicked me out so she could shack up with the guy she was cheating on with. Wow. So she was a bitch. Cool. Glad I wasn't totally off base on that. I mean, like, damn, what a trash person. Kicked me out so she could shack up with the guy she was cheating on me with. It hurt for a long while. Then I realized I'm better than that and have been way happier since. I'm really, really glad you realized that because holy shit. That's. You deserve to be with someone that wouldn't even consider the possibility of doing something so disgusting. Like, Jesus fuck. I laugh because I'm uncomfortable. My God. I learned of Magic the Gathering and my ex and now husband. Wait, my ex and now husband and him are cahoots over cards, and there's enough MTG cards here to be a legit store. I'm a little jealous. Like, MTG cards are the reason I started drawing as a kid. That shit was so inspiring to me. I loved looking at the art of it, and no shit, like, I think it was the first or second TwitchCon I ever went to, I got to go on stage and play Pictionary with an artist from Hearthstone, and that was pretty magical because I also played Hearthstone. Like, not the same game, obviously, but, like, that was a pretty magical experience. I won because he just was way too detailed with his drawings, but, like, it was cool. Damn, Juan, she was a bitch, right? I gotta learn sword fighting and archery growing up, and heraldry, too. I don't shit my pants. So, like, thanks, mom and dad. That bitch can rot. Amen on that. A fucking men on that. My ex actually has an online store also. We had a kid, that's why I still have to talk to him. No, I mean, you can have I've had one amicable breakup in my life, and that made me realize it's possible. Not all breakups are terrible. Not all breakups are terrible, and honestly, parenting is very responsible of you. Kids deserve to have, their parents not be fucking mean to each other. The psychology of that alone, Jesus Christ. I used to have shoeboxes full of MTG cards because my brother-in-law's best friend worked for Wizard of the Coast. Oh my god, did you sell them? Oh god, I used to have cards worth hundreds of dollars. Wait, used to. What happened? An ex of yours stole them? What is it with all of us and our terrible taste in people? That is fucked up. Wow. Took a bunch of my 80s X-Men comics. Jesus Christ. That's theft. That is disgusting. I am just that made my face hot. I think it's a myth that straight people can't stay friends after a breakup. I agree. Actually, I've had a harder time staying friends with the females I've had relationships with than the men, than the men's. I mean, the only time it's ever not ended amicably is because I want to break up and they don't want to break up, and then they hate me because I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna stay here just because you're, bye. That's the only time. But other than that, like, there's no problem in staying friends. Honestly, I think the only reason most people don't stay friends is because they get in a new relationship that's maybe a little insecure, and that other person's like, you can't talk to your ex. You might fuck them, kind of thing. And it's like, whoa, okay. That monster, right? I mean, I had an ex steal my fucking KitchenAid. I was mad, but that's a whole new level. Oh, BCCC, that sucks. Quick estimate on my MTG collection is 50,000 cards. Whoa. Whoa! Based off the 10 5,000 count boxes I have. Okay, real question. Why keep all of them if they're just in boxes? Good morning, Lizzie, or evening. And, like, do you go through them and, like, make new decks out of them a lot? Or is it just, like, a bunch of cards you're never, ever, ever gonna use because they weren't part of the decks you're gonna build? Like, what's happening? Genuinely curious because I know a lot of people that have boxes and boxes and boxes of cards, and I've heard multiple answers to this, and I'm always curious. I played it, like, twice, and it felt like my brain was in permanent 404 error the entire way through. Not one moment did I know what the fuck was going on. No shit. Oh, dude, I thought MTG was, like, hella intuitive, but I'm a nerd. I don't know. Is that just me? I might be broke. I mean, I am. I know what's up, but, like, I make new decks every week to plan. Okay, that's honestly the most common answer I get is people I've known who have just, like, as many cards, if not a little bit less, a little bit more than you. Literally, they're like, "I go through them almost weekly and create new decks out of them constantly." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." 'Cause I look at that and I'm like, "Jesus Christ, like, that is so many like, you could put so many things there, but if you're literally going through them regularly, like, I totally get that." KitchenAid bitch move, he was a bitch. Husband has a couple of those black totes with the yellow lids full. Dude, that's so hot, though, I'd go through that. I mean, Daydream, you're not wrong. I think I'm just still programmed to think I'm the weird one in the room, you know? I think as all of us were growing up, most of us, until we found this and we're like, now we can just all be in a room and, if everybody's weird, then nobody's weird kind of thing. I think one of the links loaded. Okay. They loaded. My link was the really long one. I apologize, but it's worth it. You're not going to be mad. Yeah, one of us. Come, be nerdy. What if you're weirder than the weird people? I mean, do you run ultra marathons barefoot? Like, I can't think of something that would really make me question, like, if you have bodies in your basement other than something like that. You know? My weird gauge is really up there, though. Let's be real. It's really fucking up there. This screen is so white. This is the Luigi. I'm, like, thoroughly uncomfortable with this level of just what the fuck. Like, I consider myself a really terrible speller. Like, I still have problems with the word thoroughly and necessarily and shit like that. Anything that has, like, multiple doubles, crazy. But, like, whoa. Where was doesn't what? Oh my god, is a ghetto test a used one? I wanna hope they're super fake. I mean, a certain level of them probably have to be, right? Right? I'm shivering, dude. I'm so fucking cold. Stop shivering. Brr. Maybe the test was Gucci. This goes beyond just not knowing how to spell, it seems. I kinda got that same feeling. Like, there was a lot happening there. Yeah, yeah. I've seen, a sung internet argument. Oh, no. But, oh, yes? Education is so important, and yeah, for no reason other than just, like I mean, you guys know, I've told you some stories, like, I've had patients in their 30s that are like, "I can't be pregnant, I was on top," or like, "We had sex on my period, you can't get pregnant on your period," like, very grown adults have said things like this to me, and I'm like, "Whoa, why do you think that? Gravity," and you're just like, "Whoa, holy shit, okay. Yep, this is happening, this is checking out now." People are ridiculous questions and search for dumb things on the internet because they're just that stupid. I mean, it's like, damn. The incuriosity about spelling can lead to incuriosity about a lot of things. Incuriosity equals stupid. True. True. Lubalin, is that who this is? I would like to dive more into this. I agree. I have to pee so bad, and that last video made everything worse. So, quick breaksies, because Katie's got to go to the Whiz Palace. We wash our hands together. We get I'm gonna grab my water, load a bowl. I don't. Welcome back. Holy shit, Tony. Is our music just like Jesus? Okay, I was like, really? Nothing? Tony, you sick fuck. Thank you so much for gifting 10 subs in the chat, you generous ass. I appreciate you. Sugar Star, Sterilize, I'm Clara, Delicia, Shamu, Swiss, Aldex. Sorry, the chat keeps jumping. Balut Ninja. Not enough guns, Zintech, and Solus Pyre. You're all but wizards the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Brrr, it got real nipply. The wind is it's windy too, and the wind is like, it cuts me flesh. It's time for me, little space heater. I can't do it. I'm just like shivering. Brrr. Uh, Goddamn, I gotta eat more or something. I need to get the layer. Thank you, Tony, you generous fuck. Yeah, wind and the wind up here, dude. Mountain wind, man, it is cold and dry and it cuts your flesh. It's crazy strong. I mean, not even just like it does get strong, but like it's just slices your bones. I think because it must come out of the mountains. I may have introduced my WoW radio to Northern Boys last night. Yes, my WoW raid radio. I can read. I swear to God. We have a new soundtrack. Fuck yes, they're amazing, right? Amazing. I know. I went through I'm still obsessed with them, but I was really obsessed. It is. It's hot chocolate time and hot apple cider time and burr space heater season. Burr. I used to have a heated blanket, but I overuse them to the point where they burn themselves out. I've killed everyone I've ever owned, and I haven't like I've lived here almost 4 years and I haven't been able to afford a jacket yet. I still gotta get myself a fucking winter jacket. Like, someday I'll get these things. But in the meantime, I have a lovely little space heater that blows on my feetsies and keeps me bearable. I have, like, a rain jacket, but not like a jacket, like they're good jackets are expensive, though. It's not just a matter of, weighted blankets are dope. My mom got me one, and she got me one that's, like, the heaviest weighted blanket you can possibly get. I don't even know what it weighs, and I kind of felt trapped under it. Like, I literally tried to roll in my sleep and could not roll over, like, my leg was trapped. But I had one long time ago, I don't know what happened to it, that was less weighted, and that was nice. They are nice. I'm trying to think what we normally actually have snow by Halloween. I bet we'll have snow this year. They help with pain, really. Are houses in Colorado built for cold unlike the southern states? No. They build them for the heat. I've never seen a house here that has, like, a fireplace or, like, something, but they live in, like, existential winter. Mm-mm. In my early endometriosis days, I used my heating pad microwavable, not electric, so much that I had this marbled red and purple pattern all over my lower abdomen. I used to get that on my upper thighs almost every single day because I would sit and stream with a heated pad on my lap, and it kept my legs warm, and I would get that molted skin on my legs almost every fucking day. It was so bad, but I couldn't live without it. I just get too cold. Knives, I mean, relatively, probably. I've heard there's places you can go like Burlington Coat Factory and shit like that. I have to look. I live in a country where we only know how to build for cold. Gets iffy during mildly hot summers though. Yeah, we're mostly built for like the houses, they're just built like your normal just a normal house. They're not like extra insulated or anything like that, but I've never seen one with a fireplace or something and like we get a pretty fucking heavy duty winter. I'm on the freaking Gulf Coast and have a fireplace. I'm saying I had one in Baltimore. Both of my homes had one. High of 70. Oh, lucky you. Lots of Denver houses have fireplaces. I'm just saying I haven't seen one. Yeah, I'm just saying I haven't seen one. All the houses I've been in have been like nothing special. They seem like just a house I've seen everywhere else. Really, the only place I've ever seen houses that are like unique are like Arizona and shit. They have a lot of adobe houses because of the heat. I've never really, I mean, is there like a special type of house for I don't know. Beyond that, it's just like a house. I I don't think I've ever lived in a brick house before. West Coast, nothing's brick though, because brick doesn't last. It doesn't stand up to earthquakes, I don't think. It can't do this. It just crumbles. So they don't make a lot of brick stuff over there. Oh, good to know. Sexland said go to Burlington Coat Factory, asterisk. Not just Burlington. The ones without Coat Factory are basically a Ross Marshalls. Good to know. Thank you. My heat pack was shaped like a home plate that had a detachable strap so I could just wear it. Oh, that's nice. The heat lasted hours. I used to wear my college classes and under my jogging pants. Dude, fuck yeah. Might be a higher end thing. Maybe. Like rich people. Boulder. Aw, this is a beautifully sad, beautiful song. Okay, I won't stop this song. We'll cheers and then we'll watch this Lubalin. Lubalin? This is a beautiful song. We're going on a trip to Chicago once and it was a pain in the ass to find a winter coat in Texas. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sure there's tons around here. I don't shop. I just wear 50 sweatshirts and bitch. I know why. Well, I mean, if my stepdad was here, he would vouch for the fact that I have always been cold. You're fucking cold blooded, Kate. That's what he would say. Fucking snake. Unless it's 70 or above, I'm just cold. By the way, I got my water. Drink water. I'm just fucking cold all the time. Unless I'm moving. Airline pilot, nice. Does he like doing that? I'd go with Spider better. They are also cold. They actually don't even have blood. Really? Excellent. Me too. It's just it's and like people that don't get it, they just don't get it. It's so hard to explain it to someone who isn't cold. Like people who love winter just look at you and they're like, I'm having a good time, and you're like, who are you? I'm having a heart attack. I was obsessed with my winter coat. I accidentally, no, accidentally backed into a propane heater and melted part of the back. I refused to give it up because it's the warmest coat I've ever had. Dude, put a patch on it. You can get so many cool back patches. Fuck that shit. Fall is great. Yeah, I love fall. This isn't too bad. It's gonna get in the negatives here. Like, I have to get used to this weather eventually. He loves it. His son has his license already and just started at the Air Force Academy. Fuck yeah, dude. I knew some people that worked in air traffic control and they loved their job. Fall and spring are legit as fuck. We don't really get those seasons here. Maybe that's like my thing with Colorado is fall and spring kind of don't exist. We just go from like hot as balls to cold really fast. There's nowhere like in between time. However, my neighbor's tree is like half in my yard, so I went and collected some really pretty leaves off their tree, and they're so fucking gorgeous. I don't even think they'll come up on camera. But they have I don't even know what this is. It's some sort of maple, I think. But their tree is turning into the prettiest fucking colors ever. It's like reds and greens and oranges and shit. I don't know. All the vasculature is like neon green on the inside. They're super pretty. I don't know why I did this. Oh, here's a pretty one. All colors are dank, but it's just so cold. But by the time I clip a few leaves, I'm like, ba ba da ba. Hold on, will that one show up? Look at the cool like lines and stuff. Nature is an artist, man. And it's kind of interesting that this is like death. I don't know, knives. I was thinking about it. Honestly, I kind of grabbed them just to paint them, just to like use that as inspiration to paint it because the different colors. I mean, it looks like lightning. Just sick. I don't know. It's some sort of like fiery tree, but it changes all these fucking like these red ass colors. Oh, and all crinkled in. It's like red burgundy. I have no idea what to do with them though. I collect like I have a jar where I have little feathers I found and shit. I feel like a witch sometimes that does nothing with anything they find. But I just collect little treasures that I think are pretty, and then I tell myself like, oh yeah, you'll do something with that, and then here we are, leaves. Bezabelli, I thought about that as well. Unfortunately, I grabbed ones that were already dry, so they're not flat. But if I could get one that wasn't this dry and was flat, that would be sick. Because the light is bleaching them out, but they are really cool looking. Like using them as a stamp, yeah. I thought about doing resin, but the heat of resin fucks. I think it would fuck them up. I don't know. I could probably put them in a resin mold though. What kind of resin mold? I don't have a lot of molds that are like thick walled because I try to do stuff that doesn't weigh too much. Hmm. It's a good idea though, because they're already dried. Like this is the color they're gonna be. Yeah, they're already dead. Resin is good. I just have to find it. I'm trying to think. I'm literally just looking around like, do I have any resin shit out? Everything's packed in boxes to ship eventually. What do I have? What do I make? I haven't done resin in months. I don't even know anymore. I painted them with Mod Podge and then stamped them and used fall colored glitter to color them. Oh, ombre. Fuck yeah. Coasters is a good idea. Ooh. My coasters are so thin though. Like seriously, they're thinner than this. Everything I make is really thin. I've got some like jewelry, like like little dishes. A dish. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I have one out somewhere. I have some molds for dishes that those would probably I've actually done that with pot leaves. I've done a lot of dishes with weed leaves from my plants pressed in them. That's a good idea. I'm gonna make a note. That's a good one. I like that. I haven't done resin in a bit. It just takes up so much fucking room on my desk. And then it has to sit there for 24 hours. And then I'm like, now what do I do? Yeah, I like the idea of a dish. Actually, well, it was under my desk. I don't know where my resin molds are anymore. I clean too neurotically and I move stuff around and then I can't find it. Hi, Tom Medills. How are you? Where is it? One second. I remembered. This is the vast majority of my molds. Hold on. I drag in the whole fucking tree. I know, right? All right, guys. So I fucking uprooted this shit from the neighbor. Nah, this is how I store all my molds. See, most molds are really thin because the shit takes so long to cure. So most of them are like that. But I've got, yeah, like these. I mean, they're sold as like ashtrays, but unless you coat them with something super heat proof, you cannot use these as an ashtray. So I can make little jewelry dishes, but like they're just not very deep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the deepest something could go in them. I've got some big gems. They might look cool in a gemstone. Like just doing like fucking crystal clear in there with a leaf suspended. That might be sick because that's at least chonky inside. Because I feel like it kind of ruins it if it squishes the leaf. You know what I mean? See, they're all thin walled. I mean, maybe one in the bottom. Oh, Bezbelly, I have so many molds. It's sick. This is actually, I didn't realize this box is mostly UV resin molds, little guys. But I've got a box with a shit ton of big ones. Some actually a journal mold? No, what is that? A journal mold? No. I have no clue what that even would be. Like to make a journal? No. That would be sick. Yeah, these are all small. There's a brain. It could look cool in a brain. Hold on, I have one more box. Well, I have a lot more one more box, but like you know. Don't shame me. I have so many. I'm a craft hooer. Sorry about the crinkle. Yeah, these are really flat. Flat, 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 flat. I have these, I mean, I'd need a shit ton of leaves, but I have a heart. I have like an anatomical heart. The light is bleaching it out, but it makes an anatomical heart, which is kind of cool. Um, yeah, everything is so thin-walled, man. I'll really have to dig. I'll have to dig for something. They're all like that. I mean, this makes a cool box. I'd have to squish the leaves inside, but it does make a cool sliding box. I think that's the way of a crafter, right? Like you put it away, you forget you have it, you start a new hobby, and you're like, oh my god, wait, what about that other hobby? And suddenly you have 7 boxes. Oh my god, another glue stick. I knew I had a glue stick somewhere. I have little coffins too, but they're so thin walled that it would, I don't know. I'll look through them. That's a lot of molds too. It's a good idea though. I like that idea because then they're preserved and they're not going to get ruined. You know what's funny, Knives? I went and bought a glue stick, so now I have 2. Because I figured there's going to be so many looks I want to do. I need to have a fucking glue stick. Like, I got to glue them up. It's got to happen. I got to be able to, like, draw different brows on, you know? Drag queens knew what was up. No, they know what's up, I should say. Yeah, oh yeah. 100% same Bezabelli. I never forget that I have it. It's where the fuck is it? I need it right now. And I have, like, there have been occasions where I finally just get to the point of I'm so frustrated, I'll go buy it. And I swear to fuck, I come home and I find it. It's like the universe wants me dead. Yeah, every fucking time. Every time. I have 4 glue guns, 2 heat guns. It's the multiples are just stupid. And it's like, how did I not look in that one place that is so obvious where it is right the fuck there every time? Yep, I have 2 staple guns. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I have 3 boxes of razor blades because for some reason, every time I need a fucking razor blade, I can't find my razor blades. So I go buy a box of razor blades and I come home and I'm like, now I have 2 boxes of razor blades. Fuck. I have so many razor blades, it might look like a problem. And I've used them 3 times, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The amount of I have. Hold on. Four, like toolkits where you open it and it's got the basics of everything in it. 4, because I swear to fuck, it goes missing. And I have one that's neon pink and it hasn't gone missing in a while because it's impossible not to see a neon pink fucking little toolbox. But it's the basic one with like a hammer and a screwdriver and some bits and shit in it. And I bought a staple gun because I couldn't find the original. Put it on a plate when I got home where my staple gun was. Wow. That's good. That's great. Coriolanus, no shit. What I have learned is keep everything visual. So instead of putting stuff away, because I'm very, like, I reorganize and I organize shit constantly all the time. And so I would be tucking stuff away and like I would make a mental note like when I want my ruler, this is where it is. But if it's not in eyesight somewhere, my brain is like, where the fuck is my ruler? So now I hang shit on the walls. Like I got myself a pegboard. Like, one of those fucking tool shop pegboards. And I peg it all the time. I peg all the time. But it's in my line of sight. It's got to be out and visual. So like all these bins and stuff, I have them like under my crafting table, stacked, labeled with tape on the sides. So they're like in my eyesight. They're not somewhere where I don't see them. Because that's the only way. Yeah. No, Mogren, seriously. Like I have boxes of razor blades, so many hammers, and half of this bookshelf is either medical dictionaries, medical how-tos, or like the history of poison. I'm doomed. If I would never get away with a crime, is what I'm saying. I won't ever crime because there's no fucking way to get away with it. My house is. They'd be like, oh, she also has deadly spiders and fucking talks to the internet. I don't know. She's the devil. The face from Jumanji where the kid went to get the axe, and tried to break. Oh my god, yes. I forgot about. I haven't seen that movie in so fucking long. I was like, the shed and the axe. No, I totally remember that. Oh yeah. Just like the silent fury. Mm-hmm. Mishy, same. 100% same. I hide stuff on myself constantly. It's literally a never ending battle against myself. There's only one solution for my ADHD brain, labeled boxes. Me too. Yep, labeled and out, like visual. They can't be in a cupboard or behind something. I have to see that label out. I have that's another thing that I have lost and replaced too many times. I have 4 label makers. No, I lied. I have 5. I have 5. I have 5 different label makers. Oh my god. Yeah. It's I know, and I have label makers of like every ilk. Did you just hit my heater like a get out of here? Turn my heater off like a little bitch. Bakery racks. I have like those like black wire racks. Yeah. I don't know why label makers are so expensive. I mean, I have no idea. Printers still are a little ridiculous, to be honest. But yeah, I have literally, I think most of them are right here. Yeah, I have one, two, three. There's 3 label makers within a foot of my reach right now. I only use one. I have one favorite, and it's like every time I lose that one, I lose my mind. And I'm like, well, I can't find that one again 'cause it's really old and it's an old model and they don't make it. So I guess I'll try something different. And I'm like, oh, no, they're not. I have, trying to think, I have like this little mini one that actually connects to an app on my phone and you can print little pictures with it. And then I have, or pictures on your labels, still a label maker. And then I have like the big Epson guy. It's so dusty. Please don't judge me. I don't use this one. I have this one. And then I have the one that's like the step down from this one that's gray. That's my favorite one. That's on a shelf in the kitchen. And then I have 2 of the same brand, but it's like the handheld ones. One is black and one's like purple and green. There's it's so many. It's so but they all take a different size tape in the back. So it's really a pain in the dick to like stock for all of them. So I just like kind of it's kind of like a kitchen knife. I picked a favorite and I don't use any of these. They all do exactly the same thing. They all do the same thing. They're just like different sizes of label and the bigger it is, the less cool the labels get. It's kind of lame. Aw, cheers, Viata. Happy Faded Friday, love. The little one's really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the name is. It's it's so handy. Oh, here's the other one. I had so many label makers. Why? Issues. This is another label maker. Is this another one? The little one that does like pictures on labels is really good. I got it on Amazon. I want to find it to show you if you like that kind of stuff. It's legit and it's so tiny and it does an app on your phone and you can get all different kinds of tape for it. Hold on one second. It doesn't have a fucking brand on it. Smart? Faux Memo or Faux Memo. I got a fucking fuzz on my nose. Fuzz. This little guy. Have you ever seen this? I got it on Amazon literally for pretty darn cheap a while ago, but it's PHOMEMO. And that's how big your labels come out, but I don't have the app downloaded on my new phone. I haven't used this in a while. I was gonna try to pull one out and show you though. The tapes are fucking cute. Like they come in like different colors and shit, like clouds or whatever. Hold on. I'm gonna make one come out. That's what she said. Oh man, it's so pale. I don't know, because my lights are so bad. It's like pastel tie-dye ish. The lights are so like bright. I can't. It's pastel tie-dye, the stickers. They're so useful, man. They're great and they're tiny and you hook it up to a little app on your phone and then you can do whatever fonts and shit you want. That's how big the labels are. But yeah, there's a little like it's a problem. I put them in their home. Radium, they are 100% that's my headphone. They are organized by color. For the most part, yes. There's a few a few, ifs and buts simply because it's like that cube shelving from IKEA. It's not very sturdy. Like, if it has nothing on it, you can kinda, like, wobble it like this. So, the bottom I don't even think you can see them. The bottom shelves are mostly black books, but I had to kind of mix it up because they just had to be, like, the heaviest books to kind of anchor this bitch. And then I also had to double stack the shelf to kinda anchor it against the wall. Because if I only put books on the front of this thing and, like, did it strict color and, like, had heavy ones up here, that thing would come tipping over on my ass so fast and kill me. Label maker crisis is real. I have a Cricut. Dude, Coriolanus, do you wanna know something that will maybe make you hate me? I have a Cricut and I've never used it before. I honestly don't know where it is, but I have a Cricut and I've never used it and I don't know how and probably couldn't afford to buy the paper for it. Yeah, but I use my label makers all the time. The Cricut was just really intimidating, and then I looked at all the shit you need to run one, and I was like, "I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do with that." It's the medical reference and D&D. D&D and graphic novel. So you can see we've got, Smiley edition of The Watchmen right here, which is, like, in a box of its own, and then a big old fucking book, and then this shelf directly behind me is literally D&D manuals across all the different various types, and then we got some scattered in there. Yeah, big fat fucking graphic novels, D&D manuals, medical reference. Yes. That is the bottom and the back shelf, so it doesn't kill me. A Cricut, honestly, if I could afford all the paper and shit for the Cricut, I would probably dig it out and try to do it because you can make all your own you can make so many cool things with it, but if you look into, like, Cricut paper and all that stuff, it is astronomically expensive, and I am so not that level. You can get paper for it at Dollar Tree. I don't even know if we have Dollar Tree here, to be honest. I know she is. I saw her getting excited about it, and the guilt about my unused Cricut hit me once again. I know, I don't even know where I'll dig maybe one day I'll dig it out. Where would the cord be? My box of cords? I have a box of cords, it's disgusting. I got a weight book from college called Graphic Arts Manual before when graphic arts means printing processes. Oh, yeah. Dude, no shit, when I very, very first started streaming, I streamed with one monitor and a laptop, and the monitor would be where I played Skyrim, and then the laptop would have chat open, but I didn't have a monitor stand or anything, so I had my monitor propped up on all my medical books, my anatomy and physiology books, which are not behind me, I don't know where they are, but my anatomy and physiology books and all my chemistry books, that was, like, my monitor stand for a good 3.5 years, it worked quite well. My monitor shakes way more now with some fucking fancy ass arm on it that cost an arm and a leg, no pun intended. I also made my own bookbinding weight by building a box around 20 pounds of scrap metal from the makerspace. Jesus Christ. Damn, that's pretty nice though. I know it's sick. I wish I would. I mean, a lot of those all those labels are made with my label maker, the normal one. The Cricut though, Cricut it just seems like a lot. It seems like an investment. Thank you, Trekkie. I watched it. I appreciate you. Shall we watch this Lubelin? Lubelin? I paused the music at a good spot, I think. I just did. If it keeps playing, I just feel so insulting. It's so nice! Dude, that's awesome, though. I got my water, I can do it now. Winning. Cheers. Got it? Yeah. I need a what is playing? Are they saying, like, they be playing, like a slang? Or are they, like, so young that they were tattled on for legitimately playing? What were they playing? That's it is slang, but, like, are they using it I don't know. I don't know if it's just a kid dude, this pause screen, though, like, Katie, stop it. I just don't know which one it is. I'm gonna assume playing because they're threatening as fuck, which makes me think they got some, a little bit of the tood, if you will. Kids word vomit out shit they hear from home. Mhm. Yeah, facts, though. That letter made me wonder what was going on at home. Yeah. You gotta wonder, like, what kinda ultimatums they're getting from their parents or the parents, like, what kinda conversations are happening at home. Because kids just mimic, right? They're just little mimics. No, that's literally what I was pulling up right now. What? I got it. I was clearing out a lot of I still have Weggy board up. Out of the way. We saved this from yesterday, and I'm really excited to watch it with you guys. It I had to no, autoplay, everything. I had to, like, literally pretend it kinda didn't exist, and I had to make it go away because otherwise I would have accidentally maybe possibly watched it without you all, and I just couldn't because it looks really good. Um, I need chapstick. It is Sam Smith doing NPR Tiny Desk, and my little sister said it is one of the best things she's ever heard, and the lineup of songs is one of the I love Sam Smith, but, like, these are some of my favorite songs that have ever existed by Sam Smith. Ooh! Dude, fuck yeah, he found a CBD flower that he really likes, now I pack him joints. Oh my god, that's so cute, though! What's the, strain? Just for reference, because people do wonder about, like, CBD strains or what they can look for if they wanna, like, do a tea break or something like that. I'm always looking for suggestions if you know if it has a strain. That there Wiggy board. That's super awesome, though, I'm excited. I just packed a new bowl if you guys wanna cheers. I can't the dogs threw off my break schedule today, so I don't know when we need to take a break or not. Should we take a break before we start this? This is like a 20-minute video. Have we been sitting for a while? I'm too high, I don't know. This weed is so strong. He's so strong. I have to pace. T-Pain stream? What? There's a company that does CBD, like CBD flower. That's like me, an old sober bitch with her fake beard. Dude, if it like alcohol's poison, man, if you like the taste. I like the taste of some beers. I ain't here to shame. That's what I buy, like CBD, pure CBD bud when I want to do a tea break because a lot of it's just like the motion. You know, you're kind of like you're used to having your bong out, lighting it when your hands are bored or whatever. So if I just have CBD weed, I'm still like going through the motions, but I'm not consuming THC. That's still cool though. Pre-roll joints are actually really nice for a lot of people. Donna, be safe. Don't forget to wash your special places and your feet. Online, no shit. I'm just gonna write down CBD flower online. That's awesome. CBD is truly magical. I've seen it do some pretty amazing things for people. Break couldn't hurt. Okay, I just have no idea because the dogs, they have their fucking nasty farts. They've had me take a couple early breaks today. Quick break before this video because it is a 20-minute video and you know I'll probably pause and freak out. But if you don't know who Sam Smith is, just like, holy shit, one of the most amazing musical artists ever. I don't know. Sam Smith's a god. A supreme being, one might say. It's from a company called Made by a Farmer, and the strain is white CBG. Okay, CBG. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, BRB my back. Sronlin, maybe we're on the opposite pee schedules. Dude, no shit. My breaks have been off today. Normally, I try to take them at the top of the hour when I take them, but Trick has been having like nuclear farts today, and I think he's got the shits or something. He's just pooping a lot. So every time I like get gassed out, I'm like, all right, I guess it's a break. Why do you keep hitting my heater? You guys are assholes. Both of you. It's chilly outside. Welcome back, everybody. Anyone else getting a lot more shifty emails to their main email box? Dude, tons. I've been getting so many shitty emails. I don't know what's real. They're getting, like, the shitty emails are better at convincing me they're real than some of the real emails that are like, insert streamer name here. Hey, we really love your stream and we watched it personally. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, everybody. Oh, pause, stop. Okay. Uh, real fast before the 20-minute video, Sam, like all of them. Oh my god, the waves of chills. Me too. Like those backup singers were doing some wild, like just new sounds that aren't in the original that were fucking beautiful and haunting and so good. I can't remember the last time I saw something where there's just so many, like, astounding voices at one time. And when they were clapping, they were clapping so fucking on time, it almost sounded like one just very strong clap. Me too, they blended so well. I don't think you possibly could separate. They don't really, in terms of Sam, I don't believe they try to overpower the other voices or anything. I think that they, like, want to incorporate because it's all one sound, right? But dude, the fuck. Yeah. I mean, that's what my little sister, she sent me this and said, "It's better than the original." And I get it. It's hard to say. I almost don't compare them because it's like listening to Sam and then listening to an entire musical ensemble together, like, but I love listening to a good group of voices that are just so fucking in tune. And goddamn, if that woman didn't make me spout a goddamn tear straight out me eyeball. Holy shit. No, I couldn't either. Chronicle, I would get so fucking off. Like, I'm used to the clap where it's like, you know, clap, but then there's that little echo before and beforehand. That was on fucking point. Oh man, musical talent. I'm in awe of that shit. Musical talent is off the charts these days. Dude, Tiny Desk stuff is great. So is BBC Live Studio. Any of that stuff, honestly, where there's live artists just doing their fucking thing is amazing to me. I'll get embarrassed clapping in concerts at how off time I am. Dude, fuck that. If anyone gives you a hard time for enjoying a concert and you're not impeding on their good time, they can fuck themselves. There's no wrong way to enjoy a concert unless you're impeding on someone else's good time. Dude, damn it, Bobby, there's something wrong with that boy. Have a good night, Tom. Be safe. They don't. I just laugh at how off I am. Dude, that's me dancing. I just have to laugh at it because I enjoy it. No one's ever been like, wow, you look weird, but I know it's happening. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at Tiny Desk because there was another one that's like on, there's so many new ones that I haven't watched. I'm going to be honest. There's a new Post Malone one. I haven't watched Tiny Desk in a while. They have so many new videos up that I haven't watched yet. But there was an older one that's same kind of genre, and I can't remember who it was. Cheers, Viata. Do I have a bowl? Yeah, I do. I'm still very self-conscious at concerts. The Death Clock Baby Metal hit me hard. How much I still have to clean out of me. I get that. I don't know. Have I ever been to a concert alone? I mean, I've been to concerts with people where it felt alone. That's fucking sad. Mac Miller is an amazing one. Rest in peace, that poor boy. I love King of the Hill so much. It's extremely underappreciated. I agree. I agree. I don't know. I think less people can identify with it than Family Guy. People clung on to Family Guy, but I was totally a King of the Hill fan. I watched King of the Hill through and through. Shit was hilarious. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. Jenny and the Mexicats had one of my favorite Tiny Desks. What the fuck are that, Katie? I swear I can speak and read. The what? Thank you. I was just clearing out other links. There's been some amazing rappers on Tiny Desk. I've seen all different ones. If you guys like, I guess, similar music to Sam Smith or like Hosey or something like that, there's also Dermot Kennedy. Dermot Kennedy has a really, really good Tiny Desk with amazing backup singers that just complement his voice so well. And he has an incredible voice. Holy shit. Jenny, have I is like I said, I came from Cockeysville, man. I get it. There's cocks all over the place. Cock is like was a name before it meant dicks, I think. I don't even know how cock became dick. Cockermouth is the mouth of the river Cocker, according to Wikipedia. There you go. Real place, Cocker. Cockermouth. Man, that's amazing. I live northeast England. Hartlepool. Man, Hartlepool. Pool. Is it like Liverpool? Man, your accents are beautiful, and I do not like insulting them. I don't even want to try it. It sounds so bad when I say it. One of my tattoo artists is from Liverpool, and hearing her say Liverpool was fun. Liverpool. Peel. I can't do it. My mouth literally can't do it. America broke me. Cock River might as well call the city Cockermouth. I mean, why not? What else are you gonna do? Is this the Flintstone? So this is the one. This is Kate Nash. Like it's. I don't want to say. I don't want to compare it to Billie Eilish because it's not completely the same. But they have a lot of power without putting a shit ton of air into it. I don't fucking know the perfect flaw. Technically, a dimple is a flaw in the fascia of your skin. I learned that in school. But like, you're not flawed. You know what I mean? The perfect. What? No. No. Like a beauty mark. Freckles, technically, right? Freckles, moles. That's all like technically errors in the pattern, I guess. Wait, in 2017, when Jenny was 26 years old, she appeared on the X Factor. No shit. Did she do well? So she's about 32 ish. The nose ring tells a story. Maybe that small bastard of a patient I had was a child. That's right. I mean, not old, but like to them old. I think it's head voice, but honestly, I haven't done, I took opera lessons way back in the day. I don't know that shit anymore. And that's what I thought. That's what it sounds like. Beautiful whimper singing. Whimper singing. Isn't there an actual German idiom? Your nose tells the story. It Nose piercings kind of do move in weird fashions where it's like this is cool and then 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 none of it's cool and then people start doing it to their mouth and then they care about their teeth again and I don't know. Like one of my patients one time in the ER, a little kid, told me she knew I was old because my nose ring's on the side and not the middle. And I was like, "You're a little bitch." And I unplugged her machine and she died. I'm just kidding. I smiled and giggled behind my mask, but secretly cursed her. Children are wonderful. We do love them. It's fine. I think she was just there for a busted knee. It's fine. It's whatever. She deserved it. Little fucks. Honestly, I prefer that kind of honesty from a kid like that, like a little kid, than from a human. I was gonna say a human, like an adult, because kids are literally just being observant. And I mean, she was like in her way saying like, I know that you're older probably than someone she knows by X amount of years because every one of her friends, probably her older sister or something, has a septum piercing because that's like the current fad. And then it'll go the other way. Like, I think it's actually coming back to this because the whole 90s thing. Like, I've seen heroin chic said multiple times. I don't like it in positive ways. It's not a good thing. I don't think people realize it came from the idea of being too thin because of fucking heroin. I've never seen someone my age with a septum piercing. That's all I'm saying. I've seen a lot of this, but I've never seen this my age. I'm just saying, I'm 35, like in the mids. I've never seen it because we all got our nose already pierced. Some people have pierced it up, like, they get both and they get the middle and shit. And they do all sorts of weird stuff, but I've never seen someone my age with this. So I have no idea. I prefer the side because old. It's side because old. It's a thing. I think it's a thing, though. It's just sides are coming back. It's the 90s thing. The 90s was this, I think. I don't know. I did mind myself with a safety pin with a friend. We were sick. I was a shit. I'm waiting for the dad to be gauges. Dude, I had friends who gauged this. What is this? This is your septum, right? Yeah, nostril septum. I knew people. I worked with people who had this gauged, and it was wild to watch them blow their nose. They kind of had to finger fuck their face. It looked like I mean, to each their own, but from the outside in, it kind of looked like an injury. You know what I'm saying? Two septums, boom, clapped, miss. Thank you for proving me wrong. I was literally just stating I didn't know anybody, but now I know. Two of them? Oh, like two rings, like, so they're like kind of one's on top of the other. That's cute. I love a septum piercing, honestly. If I had been of the era to get one, I probably would have got one. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I grew up on a farm where cows get this pierced. So when I was the ripe old age of 12 and found a large safety pin, I was like, let's pierce our noses. Idiots. I'm just glad I didn't do it in a fucking weird place. Oh, 2 rings, 1 hole? That's actually smart. Huh. Would have never fucking thought that. That's smart. Genius. Apparently for the MN folk, there's a secondary venue in 7th Avenue. How the fuck does a venue have a secondary within it? Maybe overflow? I have no idea. Colorado's similar, or Denver, I should say, is similar, though. We have so many fucking music venues, it's kind of outstanding. 2 rings, 1 hole. That's like, that could be a porn. That could be a porn. Denver, seriously, the venues here are off the hook. Could be like a Kohl's, they have Sephora's inside of them. So do, I want to say JCPenney have Sephora or Ulta or something like a mini version inside. They're pretty dank. They work. What up, Vex? Happy weekend. How are you? Happy Friday. I grew up in the actual 90s and was friends with a piercer I knew. Dude, I knew people who had literally every piercing done. I mean, we all knew someone who did. I was kind of that kid, to be honest. Not, I didn't get everything done, but I had the more adventurous piercings, definitely, of my small town. I was like, I'll do anything. Let's look for something fun. None of them lasted, by the way. Nothing lasts. Cheers, Vex. Happy weekend, love. Targets have Ultas inside them? That is so weird because, like, didn't Ulta start carrying Target produce products at one point? Target motherfuckingception. Good though. They should make shit like that more accessible. Like Sephora is a joke. Sephora makes everything overpriced, but Ulta's the tits. Oh my god, Vex, we watched so much good shit. We literally just wrapped up watching the latest Sam Smith NPR. I mean not NPR Tiny Desk. Oh my god. If you haven't seen it, indulge yourself. Holy crap. Isn't it just Tiny Desk now or is it just like I know there was something. Oh, I do too. Pendragon, honestly, I shop online for that reason. I can't. I'm really bad at like getting paralyzed by decision IRL. Something will last. The last thing will not last. Will be the last thing to not last. Oh my Jesus Christ! And it will never know. It will just happen. Walmarts have McDonald's 4 or 5. Oh yeah, dude. My home McDonald's or my home Walmart. It's like the only thing for a 2-hour radius, so it's upkept and it's really really nice inside. But they had a hair salon, a nail salon, a a photography, like, not a, like, with a photographer. I don't know what the fuck you call that. Photographer. What else was there? I think there was a McDonald's or something. There was some sort of fast food restaurant. Maybe it was a Subway at the time. But it was like a whole strip, a photo studio. They had a bank. They actually did get a bank at one point. They had a pharmacy. It was crazy. We used to joke about how they're gonna get a tattoo parlor. Like, what else could they put in here? It was like a little mini strip mall within the Walmart, but it was this fucking massive super Walmart because literally it's a food desert out there. There is nowhere to go unless you go to Spokane, which could be a 5-hour drive for some people. So this Walmart was well taken care of, and it looked like the pictures of Walmart commercials. So when I moved away from my hometown, I went to a Walmart to get college stuff and was like, "Oh my god, is this where I'm gonna get crimed on? Is This is where it happens, right?" I had no idea. Like I was quite spoiled with a very, very nice one. What up, Lighthawk? How are you? Hi, Vash. I am so high. This weed is so strong. I've had to kind of milk it all day long because Jesus fucking Christ. I think it says it's over 30%. We cut it up yesterday. What did I do with the wrapper? What did I do? I don't know. Oh shit. She's blind. I haven't been to a Walmart in years and years and years now, but when I was a kid, that's all we had. And it was nice though. Like it was dank. I I wouldn't throw shade at people with a Walmart like that because they're like if you've ever been in a Fred Meyer's. What's the equivalent to a Fred Meyer's other places? I guess like Target. Fred Meyer's was Target before Target was Target, kind of in my mind. Hi, D Stace. How are you? Kroger's. Kroger's similar? I don't know if I've ever been in an actual Kroger. My dad used to call it Wally World. Wally World. What are you? Yeah, this is allegedly 30.59. That's a lot. Relax yourself. 30.59. Yeah. It's pretty high. Long bottom boogie. Okay. Okay. I don't know. It's strong. I am stoned. New Lake Street Drive. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. Okay, this is the last thing. In my spare bedroom somewhere. Acoustic with pickup. Yeah, I have an acoustic. They're actually pretty nice. I think I've used the electric part maybe thrice in my entire life. Acoustic is pretty convenient, but it's a prey wood with strings on it. That just sounds even. Look at the sun. Holy shit. All right, I have to pee so bad. I'm literally about to get a bladder infection, but it's almost 4:20. It's like 1 minute. Let me see who the fuck is live. See if we can raid someone sick. Thank you for hanging out on this fine ass. Something just flew in my eye. Why? It's probably a hair. Look at this. Traitor to the crown. Thank you for hanging out with me on this fine ass fucking faded Friday. I am very high, accomplished. This is brought to you by a mental breakdown. Today was fun. I just have to pee really bad, so my brain isn't working. Ooh, I haven't rated KPP in maybe a day or two. Cheers, motherfuckers. Cheers, things. Look, I loaded a bowl. This is important. KPP, she's also, I think she's playing horror games, which is obviously our favorites ever. So for the weekend, just quickly, the plan. I just want to say it before I start coughing hysterically on that because I'm mucusy. Weekend, I'm gonna download a few horror games that I already own that you guys have gifted me over the years, including Mortuary Assistant because I was watching Smoke play it a little bit and it looked interesting. And I'm gonna run a little poll, and then that's what we're gonna play for the weekend because like we're on a roll. We beat that other one, and I need something with an ending. So like, if you have any good suggestions, throw them at me, and I'll see if I own them because I own a bajillion games already, and I'm just trying to fish out of what I already have. Cheers. Yeah, something with a good finish, just some sort of fucking conclusion. And if all else fails, we'll play BioShock because I know that has a good story with some sort of something in it. So that's, literally, yeah, just satisfying. Doesn't have to be happy, doesn't have to be perfect, just like something. Because that game was really good. I think that's why I'm more pissed. If the game sucked, I would excuse no wrap up. I would excuse it. I'd be like, you know what? The game wasn't that great. It's fine. But the game was really good. Has to be spoopy. I have lots. I will. We'll talk about them tomorrow morning because we can install them on the fly. But I have tons. The Cursed Forest, Into the Cursed Forest, etc., whatever. I think you guys can look at my Steam library, but I got a shit ton, so I'll go through them. Peace.